thing. You got the rain to hold off and all that. All right.
Bryan, from your perspective, what was the last 10, 12 days like?
It's been eventful. It's been eventful, but it's been really, really good. I'll say once the focus is constantly the student athletes and the players, I think that makes a lot of this stuff a lot easier, to be honest with you. I think the staff has done a really good job of that, and that's constantly been the focus of what we're doing and why we're doing it and the things that we're doing and everything else. So in regards to the focus and everything else, I think it's been really, really good to say, hey man, everything is kind of centered around those student athletes, and that's what we're gonna keep.
How much does it help that there's a bowl game to prepare for when a lot of guys just didn't have a lot of answers for a while?
Sure. I think it's huge. It's huge. It kind of is able, other than the student athletes, that you're able to kind of direct the focus onto something, and not just that, but it's who we're playing too. It's not like we're playing against just anybody. We're playing against a storied program, and you know what I mean, really good players, historic coach, and things like that. So the guys are excited. They seem to be really, really excited, which is really good. And so just trying to make sure we do everything we can do to make sure that they have the best bowl experience as possible.
How's your responsibilities changed the last 2 weeks?
It's a lot. Just you know, when you get the interim head coach tag, it's not just you're not just dealing with just the players anymore. You have assistant coaches, you have support staff, and everything whose life is kind of helter-skelter a little bit. Just, you know what I mean, to understand and to know what they have life decisions to make also. So, you know, you try to make sure that you do a really good job of keeping that stuff in consideration when you're planning things out as well. But I tell you what, I work with a bunch of really, really, really good people. And the reason why I say that, their constant focus is no matter what to make the best bowl experience for the players. So that makes it a lot easier also.
For you,
you mentioned those life decisions. Have you contacted Dan about retention or talked to Mario about going over there?
I tell you what, my focus has really been on these guys. It really has. Definitely know that there's things in the balance, and when it comes to that, definitely we'll have time at some point in time to be able to focus on that. But right now, my focus is to make sure that this experience is really, really good for those guys because they earn this opportunity, and you don't want it just to kind of go by the wayside.
As a Georgia guy, I'm sure you knew Dan anyway, but you called plays against him at the very least. So what is your connection and relationship with him before?
Well, yeah, I would say this. You know, I mean, as well respected as he is, I mean, he's an even better person. I mean, just with Dylan and what he's going to bring here to the program. I mean, everybody in regards to the Oregon program should be really, really excited because they're getting a really good ball coach and an even better person. So I'm really excited to see, you know, what he's going to do at Oregon and what he's going to do here with the players and everything else that he'll have access to. I think it's a great opportunity for him, and I'm really excited to see what he's going to be able to do.
Do you plan to coach receivers too in the game, or have you elevated somebody up to have that
opportunity? A little of both. It's kind of hard for me to kind of give that stuff up. To be honest with you, it's kind of my place of peace right now. In the midst of going in there, I can kind of leave my phone out and just go in there and kind of be able to coach the receivers. But David Gilbertson has been able to kind of come in and been able to help a bunch in that regard too. So it's been really good to kind of have him there, and obviously he's been such an important piece of the staff this whole season too. So nothing's really kind of new for him. Just being able to kind of assist me in that way is really, really good, and been real blessed to have him.
What have you learned from past experiences as interim for this one?
Yeah, I tell you, the biggest thing is that the players are easy. You know, the adults are the ones that are crazy. Like I said, it really helps to know and understand that you're coaching as much between the ears as you are anything else. I mean, like I said, man, this is a crazy time, and everything in the world is telling these guys not to focus on this game. And that's what I've been really proud of our guys. They've been able to kind of block that stuff out and still do a great job regardless of what's going on out there, and understand and know that we have a task at hand, and that's what we're trying to do.
Considering with that point, considering what the last 2 weeks have been like, how do you keep the morale up and motivated throughout all of these tough times and adversity?
Well, that's a daily thing, and you know, it's just a human nature to kind of want to look at stuff, and I'm very well aware of the people and everything, just kind of pulling at the fabric of those guys a little bit. But just always constantly being able to remind these guys why they do what they do. Understand that they're special. You know what I mean? That this is a special group and that they're special and that they need to be able to act special and being able to block some of that stuff out. You know, so I mean, just doing a really good job of that and just constantly focusing on the task at hand. So being able to always put stuff in front of them to help motivate them before practice, before a walkthrough, and after practice and after a walkthrough, and do different things to kind of make sure that you're staying in front of them. It just helps with keeping a good message constantly right now in front of those guys too.
Personnel-wise, any opt-outs besides KT and DJ James? And
Well,
going to the portal?
yeah, no, I think you know, a lot of that stuff is still. I mean, there's still a chance for a couple of those things. To be honest with you, I want to leave that stuff on their timetable a little bit, because I know that there might be some things that didn't work through in that regard some. So, but right now we'll keep that stuff in house until we know something for sure, and we'll, you know, during that timetable we'll be ready to announce things of that nature.
In terms of guys who are working their way back,
Yep.
just are Drew Mathis,
Yep.
Bennett Williams, Sean Dollars, Keon Ware-Hudson, are they practicing right now? Are they back on the field?
The
in any way?
closest guy to be able to help would be Bennett Williams. I think he'll be questionable at best, to be honest with you right now. But he's doing a great job of working his way back in there. So of the guys who haven't been available, he is the closest to be able to help out and help out play.
For
been a
you,
while.
what did it mean to know that the Oregon administration wanted you to coach this, be the interim for this bowl game?
It means a lot. It means a lot. Just you know, them having trust in me to be able to kind of hold it together and keep things going in a good direction. And shoot, man, just understanding and, you know, kind of to go back to the question that I got asked earlier was that, man, we got a chance to win 11 ball games in a year. You know, I mean, there's not many people out there right now in college football that say they have a chance to do that. And again, just know we have a big challenge ahead of us too. So, but just knowing that they trusted me to be able to do that, man, it means a lot.
Also, the players seem like they supported you on Twitter too as well. We're very vocal. So what does that mean to you?
Well, I got told that I'm not much of a Twitter guy myself, but I mean it does. It means a lot. It means a lot. You know, just because you know, with support there comes trust. You know, with support there comes trust. So I really feel. I mean, I'm grateful for the trust that they have in me. Really for the and then I trust them, and really grateful for the trust that they have in each other to be able to go out there and be able to kind of, like I said, block some stuff out to keep the main thing, so to speak.
Yeah, it's been a long
Anthony
time.
Brown set in stone as the starter. Is Anthony?
Yeah,
the
right
starter?
now the quarterback situation hasn't changed.
Nothing.
It has not changed. I mean, those guys are still doing a great job of getting mixed in there. So we'll see if anything does change between now and then you know, we'll see. But right now the quarterback situation hasn't changed.
Oftentimes we see bowl games the opportunities for getting a lot of players playing time.
Yep.
Other times we see guys just try out, win the game.
Sure.
How do you approach that?
Well, anytime you play, you know, as a coach, you know, as the coach once said in a press conference, you play to win the game.
Yes.
You know, you play to win the game. So you want to do everything you can do to make sure that these guys are in the best position to do that. So like I said, man, if winning and losing didn't matter, then you wouldn't keep score. So right now, as long as we have an opportunity to go out there and play, we're gonna do everything we can do to give our kids the best chance to go out there and win the football game.
The wide receiver room looks a lot different at the end of this regular season than it did at the beginning. You know, you got injuries, transfers, guys stepping up.
Yep.
What have you seen from your wide receiver room? You know, Devin Williams is really turning it around. It looks
Sure.
like coming on at the end, and then young guys like Chris Hudson are stepping up.
Yeah, I think. I mean, that's just those guys, man. Just you see the natural progression in some guys, which is really, really good. And that comes with work. That comes with constantly focusing on, you know, getting better at your task. And I think all those guys have done a really, really good job of that. So, I mean, it's always good to see guys' hard work pay off and everything else. And so those guys are a direct result of that. So I'm excited to see how this bowl game is going to turn out. And you know, because those guys are continuing to work and still continue to work to get better.
Yeah, obviously you had some interim experience before, so how can that help you in a game like this?
Well, you know, I got asked that also, and so I mean, I think you know, just like I said, just really being considerate of the adults also. You know, like I said, man, it's a lot of uncertainty. You know, got guys that, quite frankly, don't know what they're going to do with themselves and their families. right? You know, and so you have to do a really good job of taking that into consideration too. I mean, as much the focus is the kids, and it is the kids, but to sit up here and act like guys that you work with every single day is not going through those life things. I think it's not right also. So, I mean, but just being really, really careful to make sure that you're always towing that fine line. But again, man, everybody, I work with such good people that the focus has constantly been the kids, and I think, and as long as that does not change, we'll be okay.
For Oklahoma, they're another team like you guys that has gone through a lot of change since the conference championship week. They have departures and a lot of movement. Has it made it kind of difficult, to kind of scout them? What's that process like since there's a lot of unknown?
It's a little different, but, it's the way of college football right now. So we're not the only team going through it. They're not the only team going through it. And teams that handle these situations the best are probably going to do well. It's really that simple. So we got to make sure that we're handling it as best we can and making sure that we're doing all our due diligence to find out, man, who's doing what and everything else in regards to that. But like I said, I think that's just the way of the world in college football right now. We got to do a really good job of handling it.
All right, thank you,
Thank
Coach.
you.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Yep.
you.